take two lives, one Hollywood preacher healing from a decade-long marriage to one Dominican-American trainer who found Jesus in the middle of her crying. Put them on a collision course, and you get a proposal in Hawaii, and a lakeside wedding that had everyone talking. Let's talk about how Devon Franklin and Maria Castillo made it to I Do. Now today we're breaking down Devon Franklin and Maria Castillo, how they really met, and why they dated about a year before he popped the question, and the journey that shaped them before they ever found each other. And yes, we got some details on the engagement and the wedding, so stick around till the end. First up, Maria Castillo. Before headlines called her Devon's fiance, she was already respected in LA. Fitness circles, she built flawed and fit, trained clients with high-intensity circuits and weights, and talked openly about turning personal flaws into fuel. She's Dominican-American, a woman fitness coach, and volunteers as a head coach with strides in recovery. So the service piece has always been there, and that's not PR. That's her brand and her ministry. On her socials, meaning social media, you can track a clear spiritual arc. She posts scriptures, testimonies about God, sustaining her business, and reflections like, I thought God would find me in perfection. What a God. Transitions. This wasn't a last-minute conversation. Faith has been an active public part of her life. She's a trainer, yes, but also a woman who centers Jesus in her process. There's a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people believe that she got into faith and following Jesus and became a Christian after she met Devon, or was trying to do that to try to attract Devon. That's actually false. If you go way back into her journey, she lost herself and found herself in Jesus, and she talks about it all the time. She opens up about it. She talks about her testimony. So this isn't just something that she just did to get Devon or to be with Devon. She was already on her journey, and when she met Devon, she openly said that she felt that God brought him into her life. And that's how the whole thing started. But of course, people are going to believe what they want to believe. They're going to run with whatever story that's out there. And this is where Devon comes in. Producer, preacher, Arthur, you know him. He went through a very public divorce from actress Megan Good. They married in June 2012 and finalized their divorce in June of 2022 after announcing their split in December 2021. That's almost a decade, 10 years of marriage, and then a long hard rest. Devon has openly talked about the breakup shaking him, but he's also been adamant about not framing it as a failure, but more like a chapter did what it was supposed to do, then ended. Healing was the assignment, he said. And while our girl Megan has shut her side later, saying he was the one who ultimately left. Both have kept the conversation mature. No mudslinging, no chaos. For Devon, that season was about faith, counseling, and choosing wholeness before choosing love again. So how do these two worlds collide? Reporting around the time of their engagement says they were together about a year before the proposal. One outlet notes that they were introduced via Maria's business partner at an arranged brunch. Low-key, intentional. Not a Hollywood party vibe, but late 2024, the internet was already connecting dots from their travel posts. Y'all remember that? And speculating they were a thing. What stands out from their own words is the posture they took while dating. Devon has shared that early in their relationship with Maria, she was in a healing season and cautious. He told her, maybe I'm meant to be part of your healing journey. That takes grown folk faith, moving slow, listening more, and letting God set the pace. As they dated, the theme wasn't look at us, it was look at God. Their communication style even showed up in their wedding later. Guests recorded audio notes because the couple used to send each other long voice notes when things were new. That's intimacy, y'all, prayer purpose, and actual conversation. Now, not everyone was cheering for them, especially online. Let's hear a few reactions. Some says, he's a preacher. Was it too fast to move on from Megan? They said he was moving too quickly, dating and proposing less than 2 years after a high-profile divorce. Other voices online as Christian community label Maria Castillo as perhaps not biblical-friendly, suggesting the relationship clashes with scriptural expectations of a pastor or preacher personal life. Some even went as far as saying he's a fake Christian, preaching on stage. Private life says something else. Another said, how can a preacher honor God while moving on this path? Another topic about Devon Franklin's relationships that's also very controversial is the type of women he chooses. You know, he's always talking about God and things of that nature, you know, reading verses from the Bible and talking about how to live and how to honor God. But then a lot of people say that he chooses women who don't fit that type of, you know, expectation. Others argues as a celebrity couple, there's pressure to model godly wedding. Did they skip the process? It's no secret that relationships are hard, marriages are hard, and when you add fuel like being in the public eye into the mix, it makes things even more heavier and more difficult and more confusing. and just more hard to do the right thing. Because although your life is your life and your relationship is your relationship, when you're famous or you're in a public eye and there's eyes on you, essentially it's like you're living for other people as well. So whatever you do, whatever you choose to do, just know that you will get critics, and Devon has definitely getting a lot of critics. Even back when he first came out dating Megan and they got married, the whole thing was beyond scrutinized. Now, this relationship didn't have time to get scrutinized because they kept it private until they popped out and things were already established, which is the best way to do it if you're in a public eye. So by the time people had opinions, they were already together and established, and they were locked in. What some folks won't understand is that people are going to do what makes them happy. They're going to choose to do what they want to do. Fast forward to December 27, 2024. They were in Hawaii outside the Ritz-Carlton and doing what they think is a photo shoot. Devon drops to one knee, Sunset Ocean the whole movie, and asks Maria to marry him. It's later revealed publicly in mid-February of 2025. And the photos, of course, was breathtaking and looks beautiful. It all looked beautiful. Now, when the engagement photos come out, you know the wedding is soon after. And that's exactly what happened with these two. And of course, the bachelorette party, the bridal shower, they did the whole thing, shebang, the whole nine, and they documented everything. She looks gorgeous as always. The couple looked happy during all their festivities, celebrating with their close family and friends and people who support and want to see them happy. These pictures and videos are going to be great memories to look back on. And let's not forget, all of this was private. They revealed things after it was done. That's how you're supposed to do it. In the public eye, but private at the same time. On August 2nd, 2025, at Castillo, Beverly Hills, a private lakeside estate with the LA skyline peeking through. Now their ceremony was intentionally spiritual. Worship songs like Oceans and Goodness of God, a candlelit walkway, a harp and violin, Pastor Roberts officiating. The reception blended cultures, the soul food meets Dominican appetizers, and things wrapped with the Horo Loco, a joyful Dominican tradition that turned the last hour into a full-on celebration. Star-studded guest list, but the spotlight stayed on the gorgeous couple. Now here's why this hits. Maria didn't just switch careers, she testified in real time, building a fitness movement and that makes space for faith, service, and womanhood. She went from repping reps to repping Jesus. Meanwhile, Devon could have gotten, more cynical after a 10-year marriage ended. Instead, he chose to believe in love again. Now, of course, this topic is controversial, but we're not going to get into it. Congrats on the couple. What pair of their journey inspired you the most, if it did at all? Congrats to the Franklins, and let me know in the comments what you all think about all of this. Leave your comments down below, and thanks for watching.